you are in the world. Gosh, we've got a good turnout for today's webinar. Lots of great news to talk about. Loads of cool stuff happening in the business. Good to see you guys. We've got Frank from Germany, who we've had some great times with, and there's a big contingent there from our French-speaking market, and obviously there's the Karachi, Rawalpindi, Abbottabad group that I can see on the call there. Good to see you all. Nabil from Egypt's joined us, and Nico was at our parliamentary event last week. And there's Panera and Rob Robin from the Caribbean, and Sammy from Egypt. Gosh, there's good old Stefan from Sweden there. Always look forward to his questions. And wow, gosh, we've got a great call today, and people from all over the world joining us. Delighted to have you. So there's so much going on in the business. There's a million and one things to talk about. So we're going to have a bit more of a focus call today. Just going to pick out a couple of things that we're sort of the focus for the quarter, the focus for the month. And that's what we're going to talk about, rather than go through absolutely everything that's going on right now. So just got the slides, but let's crack on. That's me. I think we got some recognition for our brothers and sisters in Pakistan this week. We got 2 new directors pop up, and the first one first. Saqib Nawaz Khan, congratulations. Let's have a look. Are you on the call, Saqib? No, you're not. This is not. You should never miss a call where you're being recognized. That's pretty bad form. But no, Saqib and your team, many congratulations. Really happy for you. Congratulations on achieving director. It's a real stellar achievement to sort of join that. Oh, Rachel stand up. Oh, nice to see you. Really great, stellar achievement to move to that leadership level of a director in our business, and very happy for you. Many congratulations. I'm sure you're qualifying for the BOA as well, so it's going to be a great month for you. I'm very sure. Keep on building and keep developing your incredible team. And we have another director to recognize today from Pakistan as well, Mr. Ali Ashgar. Again, many congratulations. You're doing. Again, Ali's not on the call either. Oh dear. You're doing incredible things with your business. Really happy to celebrate 2 new directors from the same region, from the Dubai region this week. That's a nice little achievement for that market. They're doing incredible things there. There was a great event, I think, in Pakistan last week, which we have on the call today. And very impressive. The development of the new blood and sort of the constant leadership that's coming out of that market. So what are we going to talk about today? The first thing to talk about is Marrakesh. Now, many of you on this call, and I can see your names here, many of you will have been to our executive trip in Dubai, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe more times if you've gone to support your team and you've had lots of executives there. I think this is the first ever Leo executive trip that has happened outside of Dubai, and it's certainly the first ever executive trip that we've done in Marrakesh. Now, for those of you who don't know, Marrakesh is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It's got incredible architecture and incredible history, the beauty of the mosaics, just the design of the city. It's absolutely incredible, and it really is one of the places to visit in the world if you've not been before. If you went executive, I think it was by the end of last year, and you qualified in time, congratulations, you're coming to Marrakesh. I can't wait to see you there. There's loads to talk about in the business. There's a whole leap forward we need to take with your work, and there's so much you'll learn and experience during those days in Marrakesh. At the same time, if you have qualified and haven't downloaded your tickets yet, then you're crazy, basically. You've done the hard work. You've done what you need to do to get there. What on earth are you waiting for? It's time to download your ticket and make sure you're in Marrakesh. And do it in the next 5 days, because that's how long you have to press download on your back office, and you get to go to Marrakesh. It's the easiest thing in the world. If you've already been on an executive trip, but you don't want to miss out on this one, then there are buy-ins available for people who want to come to Marrakesh. And especially if you have a team of people, or even some of your downline, 1 or 2 of them going, It's a great thing for you to do, to experience it with them, to support them while they're there, to help them navigate the new information they'll be getting and the training they'll be getting. It really is something not to miss out on. And as you know, Leo always does things in style. And I can assure you that the very first time we go to Marrakesh for an executive trip, we are really pushing the boat out. We are making a huge effort to have an incredible event. And just one of the many, many things we'll be doing there is going on a hot air balloon ride over the desert. And we'll be doing it early in the morning, and we'll go up in this private hot air balloon in the dark, and we'll watch the sunrise over the desert of Morocco. Now, that really is one of the things to do before you die. That is one of the, going on a hot air balloon ride and watching the sunrise, especially in the desert or something, is always on those lists of incredible things to do in your life. And we're giving you the opportunity to do it at the end of February with us in Marrakesh. So, if you've qualified, you're going to have an amazing time. If you're already executive or above and you want to join us on this trip to support your team, or just to experience a new location for our executive trip, then do so. Buy-in's available until the 27th of January, so make sure you're there if that's what you want to do. In that same week that we're in Marrakesh, we will be holding a live seminar and Discover Leo event for the local Moroccan market. And this will be something that Dan will be speaking at, that I will be speaking at, that Andy will be speaking at, any of our corporate people we have there. It'll be a really special live seminar, a really special Discover Leo, because this isn't the usual sort of event that you get from Leo. We don't always have the resources to send 3 or 4 corporate people on to support a market, but because of the executive trip, we can take advantage of that, and we can do this at the same time. So definitely worthwhile. I know I can see some Moroccans from our Moroccan market on the call today. Now, I know most of you speak French, so I'll slow down, but make sure you're there. Make sure your teams are there. And I also know that our Pakistani and Dubai region group has some downlines in Marrakesh, I think, and certainly in Fez, because I remember that Leahcat's been out there to support Leahcat, and I think Mohammed Yassin went there to support their Fez business, also in Morocco. This is an event for them as well. They can get to Marrakesh relatively easy. It'll be a big event. It'll be a big corporate presence, a big local presence as well. And it's a great opportunity, not just to experience the executive trip, but also to experience a really, really good Discover Leo and a really good live seminar in one of our relatively new markets, but a market that is roaring forward. So Marrakesh is something we're very, very excited about. But moving on to the next one, the digital market service. So, as I said at the start of this call, there's loads and loads of stuff going on with the business. Gold's proceeding, banking's proceeding, crowds going forward. Everything that we're working on is moving forward nicely. Leo Coins had a good couple of weeks, very happy with that. But I don't want to talk about too many things. I don't want to muddy the waters or confuse people. I think for this call, let's have a bit of focus on the digital market service. And the digital market service, as you know, is probably the best direct selling product out there and one of the best products on the market, full stop. I've looked at similar products. They are not even close to what we are offering for this price, for this potential reward, for this, for our members. And so hopefully by now you all know about it. Hopefully by now you're familiar with the strength of it. But just in case you're not, it's a very, very simple product. You rent something for 12 months. Once the 12 months start, you get your rewards from it at the end of every single month. That's just as simple as it could be. And we estimate that the monthly rewards will be between 100 and 300 pounds paid to you in Bitcoin or Ethereum, up to you, depends on what you want. Now, that's a cracking product, and lots of you have them, lots of you have sold them, lots of you have built some incredible businesses off the back of them in just the last couple of months. But we have a special offer running right now that all of you should be taking advantage of. Now, you know, one of the things about the digital market service is that it takes a little bit of time between purchase and the first day of your contract. There's not a lot we can do to shorten that. We're doing our best, but we have to ship the machines over from China. They take a little while. Then we have to set them up. We have to point them at the right coins. Everything has to be organized. It can take about 90 days. But if you buy the product before the end of this month, so by the 31st of January, day one of your contract will be the 1st of March. So that's not a 90-day delay until the start of your contract. It's a 1-month delay. That's an incredible temporary offer. Now, I know some of you are very, very keen to think, well, you know, I bought this thing in November. Where's my reward? When's it starting? When's it starting? If you bought before, I think the date was November the 15th. November the 15th was the date. If you bought a DMS product before the November the 15th, your contract started already on the 1st of March. You've already been going for 22 days. And congratulations, it's going very, very well. In fact, as we told our leaders in Hong Kong when we were there last weekend, the rewards have come in very positively and we're very, very pleased. And I can give you, well, I can't promise anything still right now. Sorry, someone said January. I'm not sure what that's about. I can't promise you absolutely anything right now because there's still 8 days left of the month to go. But if you bought your product before the 15th of November, you've been mining now for 22 days. We're looking not at £100. We're looking not at £200. We haven't done £300. We've done in excess of, we think, 350 in the first month of this product. So we're very, very pleased with how that's going. We're delighted to see the progress and the success of this product. And for those of you who bought it before November the 15th, many, many congratulations. That was absolutely the right thing to do. This thing has got off to a roaring start. And for those of you who are developing the product in your teams, who are selling it to people, who are using it yourself, hopefully this special offer, plus the proof of work, as in that the product's working very well, will help you to build even bigger, even better businesses. You know what you can do with that information. The leaders I've spoken to about this already are already out in their fields, already telling their teams the good news about this. And so we're very, very pleased with how it's working. And we think that this particular product, which is absolutely the thing that we should be focusing on for the next few months, is an incredible proposition and something all of you can use to build massive global businesses. So on from the digital market service, we have a new Leo Smart app out. Now, it's getting better and better and better. It's already 10 times better than Leo Smart 3. And if you're using it, great. If you're not, download it from the App Store, download it from the Play Store, play around with it, get used to it. It's a great little thing to show prospects. It's got more and more features than the last one. And if you've got it on your phone, we're always improving it. You can do more and more things with it. It's a great little product. It's a great little app to have on your phone, and no Leo member should be without it. It's sort of a one-stop shop for lots of your Leo information. And as we improve it and get better and better and better, eventually we think you'll be able to run your entire business on your Leo Smart app. So it's definitely something to get used to because this is the direction that we're going in. And the next one, please, Jeff. Oh, bank transfer changes. Now, this is nothing to worry about, nothing to think about. This is just new information, new tools for those of you who pay by bank transfer when you check out of the back office, or you check out of the web shop, rather. So we've given you a bit more information. You've got some details of the bank account. There's some activation code information. You get some reference numbers, all of the information you need to make a swift and easy bank transfer. I made a mistake there. Thank you very much, Paul. I made a mistake on the DMS thing. Just to be very, very clear. A November purchase, which was purchased before the 15th of November, that product started day one on the 1st of January. Any product after that, up to 30th of January, will start its first contract day on the 1st of March. Any product purchased in February onwards will probably start in May onwards. Hope that's clear. Thank you very much. all maskins for that. Correct. So, bank transfers, going, well, just new information for you. It's extra information for you who choose to pay with bank transfers, except one country. It's, it's my brothers and sisters in Pakistan who have slightly different arrangements for how they pay by bank transfer. So nothing for most of the people on this call to worry about. And our people in Pakistan, you know what you have to do slightly differently. No big deal. Cool. And the next one, please, Jeff. Ah, I'm delighted by this slide. Is David Johnston on? Let's have a look. So, our general manager of, or our managing director of Leo Crowd, a real sort of heart of the business kind of guy. David, I'm about to unmute you, by the way, so get ready for that. A real heart of the business kind of guy is doing something entirely expected of him, actually. He's using his time, his efforts, his energies to go to Burkina Faso and drill a well for some of the poorest, most deserving people in the world. And he's doing it for lots and lots of good reasons, and he'll talk about them in a moment, if I can unmute him. And yeah, why don't we leave it for David to talk about how he's putting this project on Leo Crowd. It really is a decent and wonderful thing for someone to do. Let's unmute. David, are you there?
I am indeed, Mahir. Good afternoon to you.
So, David, so you're going to Burkina Faso?
Yes, indeed. It's something that's been in the pipeline for quite a few months. A few friends of mine have done this a few times, and they've been at me to come and help them. So this has been planned for about 6 months. We're going to Western Africa, Burkina Faso, and we will have 2 weeks of traveling around remote villages seeking to drill wells, some of them 150, 200 feet down. And that will make such a phenomenal difference to these remote villages. Like 500 people can use one of these wells. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough couple of weeks, but looking forward to really making a difference in people's lives and doing something that's very worthwhile and fits very much in with the Leo DNA of trying to help people improve lives, and looking forward to making this a crowdfunding project.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So David's doing this project, and he's also launched a project on the Leo Crowd platform to help raise funds for it, with a target of £5,000. If any of you have anything spare, if any of you want to help David do this, if any of you want to help some of the poorest people in the world, then you should absolutely do it. It's something worthwhile to be done. And just so you know how easy it is, while David was speaking, I went on to the Leo Crowd website, and I'm currently already on the donation page, and it'll take me 2 more steps and I'll be done by donating. I'll finish it off after the call, but it's the easiest thing in the world to do and something I heartily recommend. I'll just mute you now, David. Great. And the next one, please, Jeff. I think Jeff's obviously gone to the Leo Crowd project as well. Jeff, on the next slide. Maybe it's paused or something. Anyway, while we work that out, the next slide is all about Cameroon. So we have an incredible business in Cameroon that's sort of come out of our French-speaking market that started in France and then went to Morocco and the Caribbean, and then sort of worked its way down into the Ivory Coast, and now has started sort of blazing a trail through West Africa. And we were delighted that Dr. Jacques Tambo was featured in Business for Home last week. He's got a great story to tell. He's got a real passion for our business, a real passion for Leo, and we are delighted that he was chosen for this feature. And as you may know, Dan Anderson and Andy Hansen were in Cameroon a couple of days ago. I think they landed back this morning. They had a cracking event there, which I'll talk about later on the call. We've also been featured in Talk Business magazine, which is a great little magazine for online entrepreneurs, people sort of the I generation, I think they're called. Yeah, the I generation. Oh, well, that's a difficult word. Very simple. This is a great magazine for young people people who are starting out on their entrepreneurship journey. It's great for Leo currency, the Leo Coin Foundation to be featured at online. Well, that's not the most exciting thing we've been doing last week. Last week, on Tuesday, in the House of Parliament, Leo Coin Foundation hosted Digital Currency Day. That was created and sponsored by the Coin Foundation, and it was an experience. During that day, we were national British radio, speaking to an average audience of, I think, 6.5–7 million people, talking about digital currency, talking about our view of the world. And then later in the afternoon, we were back in that UK, one of the most recognizable, iconic things in the world, talking again digital currency, about Leo Coin and attending in this event were lots and lots of MPs from different countries. We had representatives from China. I think we had representatives from Pakistan, from Kenya, from Russia as well, I think, and maybe a couple of more that I've forgotten. We had officials from the UK Department of the Treasury. We had people from the technology department. It was incredible, and they had a speech from our local MP, John Howell, who you can see there, from an MP called Norman Lamb, who's an important MP in science and technology, from Dan Anderson, and they heard from me as well. And well, we say this quite a lot about things that Leo does. An event that very few companies in the world could have done. It was very few other dream of holding an event like that in that building with those people there. And we were delighted to invite some Leo members to attend. I think a few of our members who live in Europe and so found the commute a bit easier were there. So we had Magnus from Sweden and Bruno from Finland, and our Germans, German Nico was there. And it was a great event. And we also, all the way from Pakistan, were able to welcome our Liaquat, Mohammed Yusuf, who also represented that important market. Even a representative of Leo, Christine, made the trip as well. There were MPs there. There was Leo, there were speeches, ambassadors, but also all as well on behalf of, I don't know, the Leo members that were able to for this event. So we were absolutely delighted to have them there. It was an incredible event. And what I think we will do is start doing this every single year. We will have Digital Currency Day. It's the 16th of January, now and forever. And next year, it will be even bigger, even better, more people, more media profile. So I must say that having the opportunity to be on UK national radio is something pretty incredible. Being able to speak to so many people at once was a bit of a coup on the day. And well, you can see I'm very pleased about it in that picture on the bottom left there, where I'm grinning happily about being on the radio. But great. So Digital Currency Day was a huge success. It was a real profile raiser for Leo Coin, for the Leo Coin Foundation, for Leo's role as a prominent UK business, and we were delighted to host it, and we were delighted to have it there. So, next one, please. So, as I said earlier in the call, Dan and Andy just got back from Cameroon, which is a very new market for us, and but it's one of the most exciting markets we have. It's really going very quickly. Lots and lots of people, lots of energy. We're very, very pleased. Very pleased to have that growing business in the west of Africa there, and it's sort of grown out of this French business that we have into Cote d'Ivoire, then into Cameroon as well. And Veronique, who's sort of the leader in our French-speaking market, was over there with Dan and Andy. But like I said earlier, we're doing things that no other business has done before, and our Cameroon experience was exactly that. We were featured over the weekend, I think 2 different times, on national Cameroonian television. And I don't know the viewing figures of that, but it must be in the millions. And there's Dan Anderson speaking in French to the TV host. And it's if you've not seen it yet on Facebook, I think some of the French team have shared it. It's a very, very impressive performance, and it's a great looking TV program, and we're absolutely delighted to have had that opportunity. This is not something that other businesses can manage. This is not something that other businesses can get away with. So very, very pleased to be featured there, and really excited to see Cameroon growing in the future. And the next one, please, Jeff. Now, many congratulations to Shafiq Magre and Anjum Mukhtar. You guys had a cracking event in Pakistan over the weekend. Well, yesterday, just finished yesterday. And looks like you've had a good event. I've heard very, very good things from some of the people who've reported back on it. Always got a really exciting, duplicating business there in Pakistan. And I'm always impressed by how they really take on local leadership, how they spread the business and spread the business and spread the business some more. It's very, very impressive, the leaders that come out of that Dubai region market, and specifically out of Pakistan. They just get better and better and better. So congratulations for that event, and can't wait to see what you're doing next weekend. Now, for those of you in Europe specifically, I think, but maybe outside of that market as well, our Finnish market, which is a very, very exciting little business we have growing there. It's only started relatively recently. I think I may be a bit wrong, but it basically started at the same time that we launched the digital market service, give or take a few days. So this is an example of how fast the digital market service can build a new country, can build a new business, can really explode your own downline and your own business into new territories. And they've done incredibly well under the leadership of Magnus and Rauno, who are the leaders, sort of that Scandinavian region, I guess. And they've sort of started out in Finland. They're doing very, very well. Some real top, strong leaders have joined us there. And they're branching out into Estonia. They're branching out into other Scandinavian countries. And then, you know, and I think they're branching out to Russia as well. It's a really, really exciting, fast-moving business with some strong leaders. And so we're delighted to be sending Andy Hansen there on the 10th of February to do a live seminar, which will be supported by a Discover Leo run by the local leaders. Now, it's in Suomi in Finland, and I don't know what the weather in Finland is like in February, but I imagine it's quite cold. I can't be sure, but Andy, I hope you take extra socks, shall we say? Just keep warm. But nonetheless, it's an incredible part of the world, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I'm envious as can be of Andy going out there. I can't wait to go and visit the Finnish market myself and see what we can build in summer, obviously. And so if you do have any contacts in that Scandinavian region, in Finland specifically, but you know, Sweden, Norway, Estonia, Russia, Germany, Denmark, it's not far for anyone really. Do let them know about this Discover Leo and live seminar. Do send them, even if you can't get there yourself. It's an incredible event to be at. We'll look after them when they get there. It's something not to be missed. It's always exciting to open new markets and to do our first event in new countries. And I can't wait to see what the Finns build with this event and the future of their market. So many congratulations to the Finns. Now, on the last slide here, I said at the start of the call, this was going to be small, this was short, this was going to be focused. It's very, very obvious what we need to be doing. There's loads going on in the business. There's lots of moving parts. Everything's charging forward with energy and enthusiasm. But for now, for this week, certainly, this week, certainly, focus on the digital market service. Focus on taking advantage of the January special offer. Don't let your people miss out. Now, if they buy in February, they'll still get an incredible product. If they buy in February, it may not start till May, but they'll still get a full 12 months. They haven't lost out, but they have delayed the start of their contract needlessly. And I know what our members are like. I know what everyone you speak to is like. When they bought the product, They want the product to start as soon as humanly possible. Now, we're absolutely trying to do that, but this special offer is all about giving people that speedy start, because if they buy it before the end of January, there's not a 90-day delay, there's not a 100-day delay, there's a 30-day wait until their product starts. And then obviously at the end of that first month, their first reward lands with them. So DMS, 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 use it, build your teams with it. You'd have seen your colleagues and other members going great guns with this product. I really cannot emphasize how it is one of the strongest products in the market today. The first month of it, this month of January, has gone incredibly well. We're delighted with how that's working, and we cannot wait to see what you can all build with it, especially in the run up to the end of this month, and then beyond that as well. So thank you very much for your time. It was delightful to speak to you today. We all know what we can do. Dan's around, I think, next week on the 29th of January for, well, the last Global Associate meeting of the month, which will only be 2 days left until that special offer runs out, and we are not extending it. We can't. I'd love to extend it, but we can't. We're not extending that special offer. So take advantage of it as best you can. Build your businesses, and when we meet up again next week, let's celebrate how successful this week has been. So thank you very much, my friends. Stefan, as always, thank you for the kind words of support, and I can't wait to speak to all of you again soon. Have a great week.